This dog is actually trying to give me a stroke. Hey y'all, it's your girl Nida and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have got a bop or flop review, and today's review is on the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. So I actually filmed this review like 2 weeks ago, and I did a wear test. I wore the primer for about 7 hours, and while in the midst of gathering my footage to edit another video, I was on my flipping through my memory card. I don't remember what this video is about. I must have already edited it and I deleted my footage of this review. So the only thing left I have with the review is my wear test, which I was like, helpful, because then I don't have to wear test this again, and I can talk to you guys from a standpoint of knowing a little bit more about the product from now versus just talking to you in the beginning from a first impression standpoint. So this is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, Poreless Putty Primer. Yes, poreless, it is just like the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which you guys have seen me review. I will leave an eye above so that way you guys can check out that review on that primer. As you guys know, I love that primer a lot. I've been using it since last year, and e.l.f. decided to bless us with 2 new putty primers, the matte one, and there is also a radiant, or it's like a glow one or something to that effect. Dewy moisture, I don't know. I bought that one as well. I ordered both of these. They both came out in the beginning of January, end of December, I believe, and I bought both to do a review on both. So I'm going to do 2 separate videos, so I feel like that might be the easiest thing to do. But I'm going to give you guys some information about this primer. I'm going to put it on so that way I can demo it for you in terms of how to put it on and whatnot, and then I'll give you guys some thoughts from wearing it already a few times now, and then I will take you guys to my wear test and close out the video. Okay, so it is the exact same size as the Poreless Putty Primer, only the Poreless Putty Primer is a different color. The Poreless one has a kind of like a peach kind of tint, whereas this matte one is a stark white. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I first saw this, I was a little worried. I was like, is this gonna be sheer, or is this gonna make me look like I'm wearing clown makeup? And it was relatively sheer. I will say if you do layer on a lot, it's going to get significantly less sheer. So keep that in mind. This is an all over face primer, whereas I always feel like the Poreless Putty Primer, the first one, is more something that you would focus more in the center of your face, whereas this primer I feel like is something more that you can use on the entire face. The last time I used it, I did use it on my entire face, and it did pretty, I liked it, in terms of like, being able to do that. But I feel like after I did it the first time, I was more inclined to just put it in the places where I would normally put my Poreless Putty Primer, which works out. So in terms of how much product you get in this jar, it is 0.74 ounces, 21 grams, so you do get a lot of product. I can definitely see somebody having a hard time finishing this, even if you wear makeup every day, because you don't need a lot of it. A little goes a very long way. Basically, you just apply a thin, even amount to moisturize skin prior to makeup application. You need to allow this to set for 30 seconds before applying your foundation. And their pro tip is apply primer to eyelids prior to eyeshadow application to lock your eyeshadow in place. I have not tried that tip. I think I might at some point in time, but not today. But I did put it on, I did allow it to set for 30 seconds, and I don't know what the difference was. The next time I wore it, I forgot to let it set, and I basically had put it down and then immediately went into foundation, so maybe it sat for like 20 seconds, 15 seconds, I don't know. And I didn't see a difference in terms of like it doing anything different. It didn't look different on my face, so I don't know. But I'm gonna put it on. I wish that they gave you a little applicator in order to like dig the product out so you don't have to use your hands, but unfortunately that is not the case. So I always make sure I wash my hands before I put on my makeup anyway. but you do have to go in here and dig the product out. So I'm just gonna use the back of my nail and do that. It's a lot softer than the Putty primer. The Putty primer is more, the poreless one is more of like a really like thick kind of consistency, and it has a hard time kind of like digging it. I have a hard time digging it out of the little pan, but this is more on a softer, like a creamier consistency. I did notice it does the same thing as the Putty, the poreless one, where it does refine your pores and make them look significantly smaller. I did, oh no, of course I would get this all the way up here by my eyebrow. Y'all know I struggle with my eyebrows. Today they look, they look like family. Okay, yeah, they look like family. They look like family. I am gonna take a little here on my eyelids, not for to prime for like eyeshadow, but because I have oily eyelids, and I'm gonna see today if maybe that might help with that. But my face is already moisturized. I've already I used my oil of Olay moisturizer like I normally do. I'm gonna put it all over the face today. Yeah, I use my oil of Olay moisturizer like I normally do to moisturize my face, and nothing different. No new products. I have been trying out a lot of different skincare products as of recently because I started like breaking out really bad, and this past batch of breakouts was just stupid. You ever just have a breakout so bad that you're just kind of sitting there like, what is life? What did I do to deserve this? Who did I piss off? And I'm like, I swear I've been living right. Who did I make so mad that they were like, you thought this was gonna be a simple breakout? Nah, super breakout. So primer is on. As you can see in here and everywhere I put it, I've kind of got a little bit of like a cast in comparison to like my chest where I did not put that. So it definitely is something that I wouldn't suggest if you are on the deeper end of any complexion, putting this on with like as is. I remember with that that e.l.f. poreless, the e.l.f. stick thingy I tried in my e.l.f. video. They were like, you can put it on for sheer coverage and with a moisturizer, and I'm like, nah, the devil is a lie. You are lying to me. I cannot. So this is definitely not something, this is something I wouldn't suggest putting on with like a moisturizer and saying you're gonna get like this really smooth, like matte kind of look to your skin and real refined pores. Like, I wouldn't suggest that. So looking in the mirror here, I am seeing my pores looking a bit smaller, so it definitely is doing again what it did the first couple times I wore it by refining my pores and making them look smaller, which is cool. So my face does feel matte, which is great. So I'm gonna put my foundation for today. For foundation, I'm wearing the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. I am in the shade 70YW. This is one of my favorite foundations. If you would like to see a review on this, there will be an eye above, so you can click that and watch that review. And I'm going to be applying it with my beauty blender here. So I'm going to do my normal face routine, and after I get my foundation on, I'm going to zoom you guys in closer so you can just see what my face looks like with the primer on. Okay, looking pretty good so far. Definitely covered up a lot of the larger pores that I have. So yeah, I went for this. This foundation is great, but the coverage in terms of like if you've got a lot of dark marks is kind of non-existent. But I did want to go for a lighter coverage because I know like my powders and stuff like that will kind of help cover all of the dark marks. And I'm not really going anywhere today, so I'm like, I don't really need a lot of coverage if I'm really just like going to D&D and coming back home. So yeah. Yes, so I'm going to finish up my face and then I'll come back and give you some final thoughts at this point. Face is done. I did my concealer, powder, setting spray, all of the usual things I use, my chill spray to set in between my powder products, my ColourPop bronzer, as well as my ColourPop face powder. I used the ABH banana setting powder under my eyes, and yeah, so I threw on some lashes. These are some lashes I got from like TJ Maxx. I don't even know the brand, but cute. And of course, a look would not be complete for me without gloss. So, and face is done. And I set my whole face completely with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. That is my favorite setting spray. If you would like to see a video about some setting sprays that I love and are great, affordable, and high-end, there'll be an eye somewhere around here and you can click it and you can check that out. But yeah, this is it. This is finished look. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can kind of see what my face looks like with all of this on. Oh man. I haven't done my makeup in a while, probably since New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. I haven't done my makeup since New Year's Eve, and I just, oh no, sorry, I did the makeup for the video that my review. What the hell am I talking about? But I love a smooth face. I really do. I love it. This is just my gig. This is just it. I love it. I am matte. This isn't really a dewy look at all. I am completely matte, but I don't feel cakey and I don't feel dry, so that is a plus. But yeah, my face looks good. My pores are looking pretty small. I just use my ColourPop face powder, my my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and I set my under eyes with my ABH banana powder. So nothing abnormal. These are products I've been using for a long time. I've been using Shape Tape for years. I've been using the ColourPop powder since it came out, and I've been using the ABH banana powder since last August, September, somewhere in that area. So things I've been using for a long time. I've been using the Stay Naked foundation since like last July, last August. Yeah, August or July, one of the two. I think it was August. But yeah, so I've been using all my usual suspects type of products today, nothing different. This is, I believe, the second or third time I've worn this, and it feels really good. I look matte, but I don't look cakey or like super powdery or even like to the point where it looks like my makeup is about to just crumble off my face. Like I look dry. I look hydrated, but still like a natural matte kind of finish. I like it. Like, oh, I love this. This looks good. This is a very good beat today. All right, very good beat. It did minimize my pores, especially in these areas, quite a bit, which is great because my largest pores are like right in the corners right here. So we're gonna go on next to my wear test so you guys can see my thoughts on the foundation or how my face looked that night with the Juvia's Place foundation, and then I'll come back and sign off. All right, y'all, I'm back and the time is now 1:45. Yep, so few thoughts. So far my foundation doesn't look horrible, but I am seeing some separation on my nose, separation here, and typically that doesn't happen with this foundation, so I'm guessing the primer does have something to do with it. I am not oily in the main areas of where I put the foundation, which were on my cheeks. So I'm not oily here. It kind of looks like, I feel like the light, and normally I would notice like for sure I'm oily because the light kind of emphasizes that. So the places where I'm seeing the light emphasize oil is on my nose and like my forehead, which is really strange because I typically don't get oily on my forehead. I don't typically get oily without my makeup at all anyway, so there is that. But it did keep this center mass area of my face very, very matte and no oil. So I'm assuming maybe I need to put some more on my nose, or maybe my nose is just like, nah, we not here for that. We're gonna get oily no matter what. So yeah, I do get a lot of blackheads on my nose, so maybe that contributes to why I get oily as fast as I do, or as often as I do on my nose when I have my makeup on, but not when I have it off. But other than that, my face doesn't look terrible. I did get some separation on my chin as well, which is strange. So I've had this makeup on for about 7 hours and change. So it's about, what would be like a work day would be like probably like 8 hours. But I mean, I don't wear my makeup to work, but it would be if someone say were to wear their makeup to work and wear this primer. That's what you're gonna get. About 7 hours is what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna see if I can put you guys a little closer and you guys can see my face. So yeah, you guys saw the up close. It doesn't look terrible, but I noticed when I saw the foundation was starting to separate a little bit was when I came home from karate with my boyfriend. Sometimes I go and I hang out there and at the dojo and watch him, you know, have class and whatnot, or I'll edit, which is what I did today. I edited a video, which is a video that you guys will see before this one. But yeah, so I really wasn't doing a heck of a lot after we left karate. We stopped by Target and then came home, and I looked in the mirror and I saw I had like the separation on my chin a little bit and on my nose, but and like over in here, but it's not so bad to where like you look at my face and you're like, ooh, that looks awful, like your makeup looks like shit. It's more so just like I notice it. So yeah, so it's a weird one. This is strange. Like, it's a bop in terms of the place where I really wanted for it to control my oil with this foundation, which were like this center mass on my cheeks. It did it just fine, and it hid my pores like really, really well. So they got the poreless right down pack on that, but I got oily still in like on my forehead and especially like on my nose. So I'm starting to think maybe my nose is just a special case where it's like you're gonna get oily no matter what. We will see. But this foundation, when I wore it the last time, when I did, well, not when I wore it the last time, but when I wore it for my review, my Bop or Flop review on it, I was really, really oily by the end of the night. Like, it just, you could feel it. I felt like an oil slick, and it was just like, ooh. Like, the two foundations that get me oily, like, really, really bad are the ABH foundation and the Juvia's Place foundation. And they're two foundations that I love because of the finish, and I like how they look in terms of in that hour to 5 hour block. But I feel like once you get past that, like 4 to 5 hour, like, area, that's when things are a little dicey and it's about time for you to take off your makeup. So yeah, but so far I think this matte poreless putty primer is a I was about to say a flop. I think it's a bop. I actually like it a lot. It did exactly what it was gonna do. It said it was gonna do in terms of making sure I looked poreless. It did keep me matte in some areas, just not in my nose and like this little center area of my forehead. It's right here, but other than that, I think it's a bop. I like it a lot. I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys to check it out. All right, and that is it, guys. And my final thought today, after wearing this a third time or so, is it's a bop. Like, it's a full bop for me. I definitely still stand by the long wear capability, because the last time I did wear this outside of that wear test, after about like 6 hours, I did start to feel like that kind of like natural oil peek through, but it wasn't terrible. So it does keep you matte, but I feel like it's not going to keep you matte. Like if you're trying to be in this for 18 hours, I don't think you're going to be matte without like touch-ups. I don't think it's going to help you out that far. But then again, I don't know anybody who's in their makeup for 18 hours. Me personally, I'm not in my makeup for 18 hours. The maximum amount of time I'm in my makeup is like 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours. That's the maximum amount of time. But my face feels great today. Yeah, it's a bop. I like it. I like it a lot. And you can't beat the price. It's actually really inexpensive, and I did not mention the price when I sat down here to talk to you guys because I'm an idiot. It is $8. I am so sorry. It is $8. And the Poreless Putty Primer, I believe, is also $8. And the Luminous one is also going to be $8. So you will see a review on that. I have not tried the Luminous one at this point filming this video today at all. So we'll see how that one turns out and how that one looks. I think I'm going to try it with a different foundation. I'll probably try it with like my ABH foundation, or maybe I'll try it again with the Stay Naked foundation. That way there's no unknown variables. It's apples to apples instead of apples to oranges. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the fam. We've got cookies. We're 390 something deep, and I'm like, damn. Good looking out, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure to click the bell down below so that way you can always be notified whenever I upload, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.